I'm looking at the temperature forecast for today, Sean. It's going to be, kind of a healthy 105, 106,
Hot.
and that just spells out one thing: it's hot. And this time of year, I spend most of my time inside, which means I rely on my HVAC system.
Yes, as you should. And we need it. Frankly, if we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to live here. If we didn't have Ricky
Mm-mm.
Warner, HVAC service manager for Gettle Air Conditioning and Plumbing, we would be in a big heap of sweat. It's great having you, Ricky. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me.
There we go. You must be climate
Ricky to the
controlled in that room.
rescue.
Ricky is to the
That's right.
rescue. It's a beautiful thing. So first of all, let's talk about the thermostat. What should it be set at as a homeowner? What should we be turning that to? Because I read an article recently that said the average American sets theirs at 69 degrees. They're insane.
Brr.
Look,
A little cold.
that's pretty chilly. It's pretty chilly. But so the honest answer to that is whatever you're comfortable at. So a lot of people like to, set them up and down and kind of go all over the place with it. But honestly, the best thing to do is find that temperature that you're comfortable at and just leave it alone and just let your unit do what it's supposed to, what it's designed to do.
Nice.
Ricky, here's the thing. I know, like Sean, has told me what he keeps his house at. What, 74, Sean?
74, 73,
Yeah.
74 is pretty much, yeah.
And we do about 77 over here. But to be honest with you, it a little bit depends on how good your system is at measuring the actual temperature and probably from where in the house. So here's the thing. Not every system is built the same. And sometimes people can even break their circuit breakers in the house. Isn't that true?
So yeah, breakers, trips is a pretty serious problem. Typically, it's not from adjusting the thermostat. Although if you do kind of constantly, if you're going up and down, and making your unit kind of do what we call short cycle,
Yeah.
it can certainly cause some underlying issues, which could result in a trip breaker. But yeah, so we certainly don't want to be tripping breakers. That's more of an underlying issue of something else that's going wrong there, which is
Oh,
why it's
Yeah.
important to make sure you get your maintenance. But yes, yeah, we don't want to do that.
what's the underlying issue? So yeah, let's say my
Yeah.
system starts tripping the breaker there. What should we be doing?
So you should be contacting an HVAC professional right away, especially if it's, you can look in your breaker panel so long as you're comfortable, and usually it'll say, hey, AC tripped, and obviously you'll notice because it'll be getting a little warm in your home.
Yeah.
And just give us a call. Let us come out and give it let us give it a look. You certainly don't want to keep on turning it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, because obviously there's a potential for a fire hazard and things of that nature. And, let's just make sure it's safe, and hopefully, you'll be lucky. It's just something that's simple and that we can just take care of right away, and no harm, no foul.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something I would know nothing about. So I'm glad that you do. The other thing I hear quite a bit when it comes to HVAC systems is the coils. Now, is it true, like even in this extremely hot weather, that you can actually freeze your coils?
Oh, you absolutely can. So that's honestly, it's one of our biggest calls. I mean, during the summertime, you can imagine you've got a coil in your attic or on your roof, and when it ices up, it's just that it's a wall of ice, and your air can't blow across that, and so then you get
Hmm.
warm. And I'll tell you right now, it's usually preventable, and not only by regular maintenance, but by routine maintenance that you yourself can do at home just by simply changing your air filter. When your air filter gets dirty and
Hmm.
clogged up and your AC can't breathe, it'll
Yep.
absolutely freeze up, and it's a big nuisance call.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh man, it's the one thing we all ignore too. No one wants to whip out the ladder and have to go up there and change a thing, but one of the best things you can do for your system for sure.
Absolutely.
What are some other scenarios that you see people are experiencing when it gets hot outside?
So you get a lot of people coming home. Hey, it left in the morning and it was working great. It came home, now I'm warm, or seemed to work okay all day long, and now the heat of the day, now it's not working, it's not keeping up. And so this can be just from wear and tear on motors. And hey, after they get so old, you can imagine that they run for so long, and things may start to seize up, and then they overheat, and they actually will shut themselves off. And so uh, blown capacity, just lots of little tiny things
There's a
that
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
they're honestly, yeah, scenarios are endless, but the most common is things overheating and honestly shutting off, which again, that's why preventative maintenance is huge.
hmm
Ricky, I sympathize actually with you, just, trying to find your words there for a moment, because to you, you live this every day. I mean, you understand
Mhm.
how critical this normal
Yep.
maintenance is. Deshaun and I were like, so what's a coil? So I know it can get
Mhm.
frustrating when when you're on the side of being a pro. Speaking of being on the side of being a pro, though, you have a great offer right now for anyone who's listening, a bit of a rejuvenation, because just like a car, you got to take care of your system.
Oh, absolutely. So we do a $120 rejuvenation. We're going to come out there, and obviously we're going to we're going to clean the coils, chemically clean your coils from the inside out. And then we're going to go give everything a gander from airflow to refrigeration levels, check your motors, make sure everything is tightened down, not rattling and coming apart. Maybe talk about air filtration, because we know, again, during this this whole pandemic going on, that people don't realize that there's options to actually clean and scrub your air and sanitize it. And so we're gonna go down, just kind of give you a bill of health, so to speak, and go from there.
I could take a $129 rejuvenation for me too. I wish
Absolutely.
it's great having you, my friend. Thank you so much for keeping us cool.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, $129
Ricky.
rejuvenation. You can get it right now. They'll make all the critical adjustments, make sure you're running in tip-top shape, or maybe stop those issues from coming up in the future. That won't be too bad as well. Gettle.com, Goettl.com. The phone number also there on your screen. And Gettle Air Conditioning and Plumbing, a proud sponsor of the Morning Blend.